Hello, my name is Anita Spring, and I am the Woogi Global Ambassador. And what I'd like to talk to you about today is just why I am so looking forward to my Woogi trip to India. You know, I'm sitting here and I live in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains in Western Canada, in Alberta, and I see them spread out before me, and I really start thinking in my mind about all the beautiful sights and everything that I'm soon going to experience in India, and I can't wait to get back there. India, India holds a special place in my heart. Ever since I heard about India from a dear friend, um, whom I knew, I think I was in about grade 9 in my childhood anyway, I heard all about India from him. He was here studying engineering in Canada in the same class as my sister. And I got to know him really well, and I got to hear about India. And ever since then, I've had a longing to experience India more fully. The history, the land, the people, everything about it has always captivated me. Now, in 2010, based on that desire to get to India, I was fortunate enough to actually travel to India. And while I was there, I enjoyed the unforgettable hospitality of my dear friends in Delhi, Gujarat, and Orissa. Now, on my train journey from Delhi to Bhubaneswar, I met some wonderful people. I remember especially the children I met, and you can see here right below my picture, a picture of the 4 of them who came into our cabin, and we had a really good time together. They're so lovely. They were so bright and so interesting to talk to. And they spoke English very well indeed, which was good because I did not speak their language. And if they hadn't been so fluent in English, we wouldn't have been able to share the jokes and exchange ideas and information the way we did. As a retired teacher, I was curious, obviously, about how and where they had acquired their English language learning. And I thought about how useful it would be to them in their lives. At other times on my trip, however, I could not communicate fully or at all really with many of the people I met. For example, in the picture in the top left-hand corner, you can see my friend Christy, and I was traveling with her, and we were in Bhubaneswar in Orissa, and we went to a children's festival there, which was absolutely amazing what they had done for all the children. But the children that you see here in this picture, I could not communicate with because very few of them had any English learning at all, or just very rudimentary. And so what I realized then was what a pity that was that we couldn't communicate better, and that I realized that language really is, it's a bridge or it's a wall, okay? And if all of these children had spoken English the way the children on the train had, how much richer my whole experience would have been. And that kind of stuck with me. And there's another picture just below that of some people shopping at a street vendor's stall. And when I was traveling around with my friends, we stopped at a lot of these stalls and things. And typically when you're traveling and you don't speak the language, everything is in sign language. So I was able to buy a few things, but it wasn't the same as if I had spoken the language, or as if the vendors had actually spoken English. And that kind of brings me back to the purpose of my upcoming trip to India. As the global ambassador, I'm so looking forward to meeting many of you, getting to know you, finding out the ways in which you see Woogi fitting into or enhancing or adding to the English language experiences of all the people in India. I know many people speak English probably better than I do in India. There's some beautifully fluent English speakers there, but there are a lot of people, children especially, who do not speak English. And as part of Woogi Global, the Woogi Global team, I understand how important it is to give all the children in India, and indeed people in India, the advantage of knowing English, since it is the language that most things are communicated in the world, in the 21st century world that we live in today. 80% of things that you find on the internet are in English, that sort of thing. So I just think it's very important, and will give people that foot up, or that lift that they may need, like these 4 children in this picture have, just because they had experienced English language learning. So as I travel around the country, I'm going to be meeting parents, teachers, and officials, and my mission is to share information, but also to gather information related to how best Woogi can be of value to all, okay, to everyone in the country. In my heart, I know that Woogi English can be life-changing for some of the families I will meet, and I cannot think of anything that I could be doing that would be more satisfying than making a difference in their lives and in the lives of future generations. So I look forward to meeting all of you in India. And with that, I'll say thank you and goodbye for now.